I'm Katie with Shop Wild Things. I wanted to show you an 8 by 8 foot flower wall that we made using plywood and very simple cuts. We're going to be posting notes about with a whole shopping list and instructions on how to make this exact backdrop. We used plywood, we used green paint. It was so fast. Our guys here, our fabrication department, made this for me in about an hour and a half, and that was figuring the whole thing out and putting it together. So they think that once you have all of the parts and if you have the holes pre-drilled, when you're just putting it together, it should take an hour or less to make the backdrop. And it took me myself about 40 minutes to get all of these flower walls placed on here. What you're seeing here is 64 square feet of flowers. So all of our flower walls come in different size panels. So you do your measurements, you multiply the width by the length, and you figure out the square feet of each of these, and then you divide it by the full number of square feet that you want your wall to be. Just for a frame of reference, by the way, this is item number 166034. They're little delicate roses, and if you take a heat gun to this, it'll fluff up. I just took this one out of a box, but you can see this wall here, I steamed these out a little bit, and then I decided that was going a little slow, so I used a heat gun, which was so fast, I just sort of fluffed these up. They get a little smashed in the box, but they'll come right out and look beautiful for you. So this one again, 166034. And basically what you do is you take a staple gun, and there are grids on the back of these. You start at the top, right or left, and you just keep going across. This one has 24 panels total on it. So there's 24 of that panel on this wall. But just for reference, I am about 5'9", and this is an 8-foot wall. So you could probably get away with doing a 7-foot wall if you wanted to save a little bit of money. You could do like a 7 by 7 wall and still have plenty of flowers to do a photography backdrop or a head table backdrop, or you could make it bigger, obviously. But the instructions that we'll give and the lumber shopping list will be for an 8 by 8 wall. They made this so easy. You don't have to do angled cuts or anything like that. So also we painted this wall green, the wood green, so that if there are any sort of spots that are showing, you won't really see it, because all of the grid walls on the back of our flower walls and our greenery panels are green. So you'll get a nice full look. There you can see where there's some bald spots here, and you can fluff this up and fill them in, but also you can't really see them. Like from where you are, that camera's about 12 feet away or so, and you probably can't see the holes. The holes that you're seeing are probably just the greenery leaves from these flowers. So you can just sort of envision what this would look like if you took 24 of these panels and you just line them up right next to each other. You put one in, you staple it, you find the grid wall, you staple it in, and then you put another one right next to it. You just butt it up as tight as you can. So you can make those out of flower walls. We have a lot of different greenery panels that you can use with different types of ferns. They're all different sizes, so you'll want to be careful, or just give us a call and we'll help you to figure out how many panels you need, because some of them are square. This one here is fireproof, so that's kind of cool. It's a square panel that's fireproof. This one here is very small, so this is good for smaller walls or smaller projects, maybe a bar. And this is one of my favorite greenery panels. This foliage panel, it's a little smash, but it'll fluff right up. But you can cover a huge amount of space with just a handful of these panels. So make sure to look at the notes on this video. In the YouTube video, there'll be a link to the page that'll have the blog post. It'll have your shopping list, a whole bunch of photos of the back of this wall, exactly what you need, what kind of paint we used, what kind of staple guns we used, the heat gun, the steamer, everything that you need to make this a complete project. Thank you so much.